Having dull oxidized paint is one of the ugliest, unsightly things you could have on a car, and the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound has been a fan favorite for a long time at restoring that. I mean, look at the dramatic before and after that they had on the label that they claim is real. That's significant. And so what I wanted to see though is most people don't have a dual action machine or don't have the knowledge or access to those. And so can you actually use the Meguiar's compound by hand and get good results? So that's what we're gonna try today and see what kind of results we get here on this dark black panel. All right, so it does say that it quickly removes oxidation, scratches, water spots, heavy swirls without scratching. And when dealing with a compound, you are dealing with a lot of abrasives or aluminum oxide, which is like liquid sandpaper. So you want to remove deep stuff without adding deeper stuff, right? So it actually does talk about a hand application. Dispense a small amount onto a foam applicator pad, apply to one section at a time using moderate pressure and overlapping circular motions. Immediately remove product with a quality microfiber towel. Do not let the product dry and reapply as needed to remove stubborn defects. So you could, do it over and over and over. It does also talk about a dual action or DA polisher application. Dispense a small amount onto a clean foam cutting or polishing pad. Buff one section at a time using overlapping passes. Immediately remove product with a quality microfiber towel. Kind of the same thing. Reapply, or reapply I guess is an interesting way of saying it, but reapply as needed. So if the scratches are deeper, you could do that. So my main focus today is how much correction can you get by hand, and then towards the end of the video I'll show you a very simple method with just one pad on a dual action machine can actually be a lot less work for you and can deliver a much better result as well. So I'll show you that as well. But a lot of people don't have access to that, or maybe you're in a pinch and just looking to get something done in a hurry. And I think you could actually be very satisfied with the results that you get simply by hand. So put a little tape down here. And it did talk about a foam applicator. I know Meguiar's has their own foam applicator. My personal preference is I don't like foam applicators. I just think they have the potential to do more harm than good. So I like a microfiber applicator. So that's what I'm going to be using as a microfiber applicator. It really should have no bearing, no difference on the end result. So let's apply a little bit onto an applicator, and then you could dab it around. You don't really have to. And you just use circular motions. Applying medium pressure. And this is going to be a workout. This is no lie going to be a total arm workout for you. I'm doing it on a very small section of a panel, but if you had to do a whole car like this, you're in for a long day. It doesn't say how many passes, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do so my arm feels like it needs a break, and then check my results and see if they're better. All right, let's check our results there. Grab a towel. It says you don't want to let it dry. And honestly, it's not all that better. What I think is that this product is, if you're doing it by hand, I'll do it again as I kind of talk through it, but I think where this product is going to best fit by hand is if you have like really chalky oxidation. So a chalky hood, a chalky door, single stage paint, and the oxidation is going to be the main thing. Meguiar's also does have a polish, an ultimate polish, so a secondary product that doesn't have any like defect removal like the compound would, but does add more gloss. So the compound, when you talk about polishing, compound is made to remove defects, and then polish is meant to restore the gloss. Modern compounds or modern polishes kind of where the technology has evolved into, is that you can get a lot of that in one product nowadays. So this idea of having a compound and then a polish as two separate products is becoming a little outdated. But let's see if that made it any better. I think it looks a little better. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it was, I don't know. It kind of looks the same, maybe even a little hazy to me. That's where if you are gonna do this by hand, you might need to follow up with the polish, because the finish may actually look a little bit worse, or not as shiny, not necessarily worse, but not as shiny, because again, like I talked about, those the aluminum oxide in it, or the abrasives in the polish that are, it's liquid sandpaper that are digging to remove that, are gonna maybe create a haze. So you replace the deeper scratch with a lighter scratch. And by hand, your pressure can be a little uneven. So if you're doing it by hand, I think you're gonna definitely want to follow up with a polish. Now, what I want to show you is, this is just a cheapy dual action machine. I think I got sent to me for free. I'm just going to put on a compounding. This is a cut and finish pad by my brand. And so I'm just going to put it on here. Okay, so if you want to save your arm, you don't want to spend all day doing it. Again, just even a Harbor Freight, a Griot's Garage, a Porter Cable 7424. It doesn't have to be an expensive machine at all. With a good quality buffing pad is going to be like a night and day difference. And so I'll put a little bit on my buffing pad. This product, because I've used it a lot, I have experience with it, it will dust a little bit, especially the compound. But again, just a little bit on a pad, on a dual action machine, medium pressure, starting at a lower speed initially to get the product to spread in, and then I will increase the speed, keep the same amount of pressure, and what it's doing is oscillating up and down and in a circle at the same time, mixed with the foam pad, is going to really help get that defect removed. So spread it out, make sure the product is covered everywhere. This is also going to help it so it doesn't fling off the panel. And you could spend all day. Good workability of the product. It's not breaking down. Really not getting any dusting at all. We'll wipe it off right away. You can see imperfections are still there a little bit, so it's not cutting through as good as I would like, but should be a little bit better than it was originally. So I would recommend, again, even getting a cheapy product, or a cheapy tool, a cheap DA polisher is just going to save you a ton of time and give you a better result. Where I think this product fits actually best is with oxidation removal. And I think you will have to follow up with the polish to get even more gloss out of it. So you will need a secondary product, but I think in the right situation, the right conditions, the right car, this is still a viable product. I've used it a ton. It's obviously not chasing the super, super deep stuff like I would like, but this is just part of their Ultimate line, which is kind of the consumer grade. They do have more aggressive compounds in their professional line. M100 is one of my favorites. M105 is kind of a derivative of the Ultimate compound. M110 is another compound they have. They have a lot of options if you want to go deeper, but for the consumer, an easy to access product, this one does okay. That's where I'll leave it. It's pretty good. Not the best, not the worst. In my opinion, it's kind of right in the middle. And it's right in the middle because it is kind of has to only work in like certain situations, right? But overall, it's a good product and has served me well. So with that, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about the Meguiar's Ultimate Compound in the comments below. And if you want to support my channel, I do have my own product brand, slew of products, polishes, soaps, ceramic sprays, and all that. I will make sure to link that below if you choose to support the channel, which I appreciate. And with that, catch you guys on the next one. See ya.